Hi y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And y'all, everybody gets a cookie in this video because we have made it to the last month of 2020. We are doing hits and misses for November, which means all that's left for us to get through is December, and then we get to start the next level of chaos in 2021. Because I feel like in the beginning of 2020, people were like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm so hopeful. This is going to be my year. This is going to be the best year. And then going into 2021, I feel like the majority of us are just like,
okay, what you been hiding in the back?
It has been quite the year. There have been ups and downs and lefts and rights. Some not so fun things, but I feel some good things for me at least. But we're just going to be going into hits and misses. This is going to be relatively chill. Relatively short, I feel. We're still in Tennessee, so we're not doing too much different in like my routine. I have been trying some different things, but some of those videos are like pre-filmed, so I'm not able to talk about them just yet. Y'all know how it goes with me on my channel. We are going to start with the music portion of this video. And this is kind of sort of random, I suppose. We're bringing in some J-Rock, a group I haven't talked about, and a group that you ever know how you get that one thing and you're like, oh yes, I remember that one song from that group that I absolutely love, and you listen to that song and then it leads you down a rabbit hole of like 50 other songs. Well, I was listening to the group A9, which is actually their like rebranded group name. They're traditionally Alice 9 when they originally got together. And I found their song Rainbows, which has been an absolute favorite banger for me recently. It's just been one that I've been listening to a lot, either on the treadmill while I'm doing my makeup, just when I want to have something I like to listen to, in my J-Rock sort of feed like videos, in my regular whatever. It's just been a very song that just pops into my head a lot, and I'd be listening to it a lot. Would highly recommend the group. I consider them relatively radio friendly. Visual K, J-Rock. This is definitely their earlier stuff. I believe this song was about from 9 years ago. Like I said, they are now the group A9 rather than Alice 9. And then as I was kind of going down that rabbit hole, it just brought up my end-all be-all absolute favorite song from them, which is Blue Planet. It's just this really fun kind of like, it's a very easy to listen to, definitely very radio friendly, something you'd be like, hey, this is Visual K. Listen to this before you go into something like Duran Gray. And it's just fun and boppy. It's a very feel-good sort of song. I don't think it was their debut, but it was definitely a single that was early on in their career. Fell all back in love with it. I'll rewatch the music video. I'll listen to it on its own. I've just been really kind of enjoying going down nostalgia street with those two songs. Then, a completely, entirely different genre, another one of my favorite groups, Kamelot. Even though I do prefer them via the Con and Roy era, that's okay. The new singer is nice, I'm just not the biggest fan of the sound of their music much anymore. But this was from their album, which was, I want to say, pre-Epica? So this was before Epica and before the Black Halo. This was their album Karma, which I honestly consider to be a disgustingly underrated album on a whole. And I'd been listening to that and I fell upon the song Karma, which I just absolutely loved. It is a fantastic, it is a beautiful example of what Kamelot is known for, which is sort of slower, very thought-provoking, very lyrical verses that then really almost literally explode into these deep, intense, passionate choruses. That's just really sort of the power symphonic gothic metal whateverness that they're known for. And this song definitely does not disappoint. It's just all like, who would give his karma for my kingdom? I absolutely love the group. This song has just been one that's just been like, here, listen to me on repeat this month. Okay, now we're gonna go into the makeup portion. We're gonna start off with two, what I would feel obvious palettes. And that is going to be the two eyeshadow palettes from the Melt Cosmetics X Beetlejuice collection. If you haven't seen my video trying this palette out on camera or my video simply reviewing the whole collection, I will leave them down below. But y'all, I shiz you not when I tell you these are two of the best formulated palettes I've ever tried from Melt Cosmetics, and y'all know I've tried a lot. This one here is the Strange and Unusual, which is very much up my color story alley. I do wish they had kind of done a bit more. I wish we didn't have too much similarity in some of the tones. And this palette here is a 8 pan, whereas this one is a 10 pan. If they could have maybe sprung for 10 pans for this, or even 12 pans for both, if I'm really pushing my luck, I feel like that would have given them more opportunity to do kind of just a more in-depth palette color scheme. But for what they do give us, it is beautifully formulated. These mattes are some of the best that I have ever tried from them. I mean, those two, that green and then that mustardy green and the purples, are just beautifully formulated. This palette here has had me fallen in love with smoky, deep, dark, decadent sort of looks. The reds and the grays, although very similar looking, are beautiful. They blend like a buttery dream. I know when I posted my review video that both of these were still available. A fair amount of the collection had sold out already, including that $80 brush set. I'm like, y'all be wilding out here paying $80 for a licensed brush set. Go out, get you some Essence brushes, get you some Moda brushes, get somebody to draw a little floating Lydia Dietz on it, and you're good to go. The brushes in it weren't bad, they're just not $80 worth of quality blending stuff. These, on the other hand, for as small and as maybe not as colorfully amazing as the color stories are, the quality is absolutely amazing. And if you were looking to get anything from this collection, I would have it be these. I think that like I said, just the quality and the experience of using them was really, really good. And to have that happen on something that is a very clearly, obviously limited edition product, that makes me very happy, and I have reached for it for nothing else. This one here I have already used in conjunction with my Natasha Denona Trio Chrome palette. I have reached for this black, I have reached for these grays and these reds. Honestly, these just kind of exceeded any and all of my expectations, and I'm very happy with them, and I do recommend them from the collection. Then, talking about another palette that I reviewed, this is the Natasha Denona Creo Trio Chrome palette. Creotrome, I was gonna go there. I reviewed this. This is the palette that I have used in conjunction with said Strange and Unusual palette. Recently deceased palette. I reviewed this. This is one of her $129 palettes. I literally got this because it was 20% off and I had extra OnlyFans money. That is the only reason this thing came into my possession. And I will say, the 3 trio chromes that she's got up in here, absolutely stunning. If she does more with these, hopefully at a $129 price, I'll be very happy because these are absolutely gorgeous. The mattes are okay. If this had been one of her $65 palettes, which I have reviewed and I very much enjoy, I would be able to give it a lot more leeway just because that is literally, or not literally, mostly half the price of one of these. And so you're thinking, if you're paying $129, I am expecting a $129 experience. Like when I am buying my bougie, super pricey Viseart palettes, I at least know I am going to be receiving an experience that is on par, at least mostly, for the price that they're selling me their shiz for. When I use this, I don't feel like I'm having a $129 experience. And the only thing in it that feels like it might be worth that sort of price point formulation-wise are these 3 right here, but there's only 3 of them. So that alone does not make a $129 palette worth it. I had one of y'all on this video, I think, price breakdown the Natasha Denona shadows per like how much you get, and they said it was a pretty good single shadow price point. But if you're like someone like me that buys Give Me Glow that gives you big, ginormous, immaculately formulated single eyeshadows, I feel like I expect more and deserve more from a $129 palette. So I really love her $65 palettes. I have ordered those and reviewed them and really recommend them. This one, it's just like for $129. I need all of the shades to be formulated like these 3 ones right here. And trying this palette and reviewing it doesn't make me feel any more inclined to try or use or buy any of her other $129 I mean, her 65 ones are so beautifully formulated. Just take that shiz, enlarging it like this. I mean, I still probably wouldn't buy it because $129. Just buy her $65 eyeshadow palettes. I mean, I haven't tried a one of these that has been consistently good. Let's talk about something totally random. I have made a couple Colourpop purchases for various palettes that have come out that as of filming this, I haven't had an opportunity to use on camera for y'all yet, so that shiz is coming. But as y'all know, you gotta reach that like free shipping mark. Well, you don't have to, but I feel like we feel better, like, you know, if it's like $5.95 shipping, we're like, But if we add an item into our cart that's $5.95 and then it's free shipping, we're like, that's okay. That's all right. One of y'all or a couple of y'all informed me that a majority of the Sailor Moon Colourpop collection had been in stock. Y'all know this collection has been the absolute bane of my existence. But now having it been like, what, half a year since it was released, I do have the eyeshadow palette, which was gifted to me by one of my fabulous friends. I have one of the lip duos that was gifted to me by her. I bought another one of the lip duos. I bought the 2 glitters, and I bought the 2 blushes. Not together because when I bought the other one, this one wasn't in stock. This one here is in Cat's Eye, which I don't know what it is about Colourpop and their collaboration blushes. I believe I went on about this in my last monthly hits and misses where I talked about the Mulan blushes, which I am wearing one of them today, and they're absolutely stunning. The formula on these are just so well done. I don't know what it is that they do to these that they don't do to their regular single pan blushes, but they always end up coming off just so smooth and natural on the skin. They just blend in beautifully. I mean, adorable Sailor Moon packaging aside, adorable Sailor Moon imprint aside, the majority of the Colourpop blushes released in their huge, large, asinine collections are absolutely wonderful. At least of the ones that I've tried. And like I said, this one is absolutely no different. Smooth, just the right level of pigmentation, blends beautifully on the skin, doesn't look cakey, doesn't look too much. I mean, aside from the fact that this is basically NARS orgasm jacked to all high heaven. So if you like that kind of shiz, I would definitely recommend this as well as other Colourpop, not their single pans, just the ones that come out in collections, especially collaboration collections. Oh, what I would have given for the Raw Beauty Christie collection to have had a non-Super Shock eyeshadow blush in it, because I probably would have ended up bathing in it from head to toe. We gotta talk about some skincare because your girl is always on the hunt for the next best amazing thing for my complexion, and my complexion, considering all the self-induced stress, all the non-self-induced stress, and all the hormones that I'm going through and dealing with right now, it's doing doing mama pretty good. The cleanser that I have been using is the Good Molecules Rose Water Daily Cleansing Gel. I purchase Good Molecules products fairly consistency. Their serums are ones that I like to have on hand that I really do enjoy, and I believe the majority of them are like $10 and under. This product was actually sent to me. Good Molecules is one of the only brands that consistently sends me PR. Y'all would have seen on Snapchat that your girl is actually now a Good Molecules affiliate, so if you use that code down below, it's not a discount code. If you use my link, that will help me feed my cats another month. But I finished up my Tarte Knockout Daily AHA BHA Exfoliating Cleanser, which was a really nice cleanser. I highly recommend this one. But for my normal to dry skin, I find that these like jelly ones work really well for some reason. I actually double cleanse. This one, this kind of a more liquidy gel type cleanser is my first one, and then I'll go into something like the Tatcha rice powder. I was using the a more Pacific one for a while, but that one just didn't jibe with me as well. But this has been a cleanser that I really enjoy. I've been enjoying sort of these skincare items that make my skin feel very fresh, very clean, without feeling stripped or without feeling, I've been kind of struggling with feeling either a little too stripped or feeling a little too like tacky, sticky isn't the right word, filmy, like I had kind of like a film left on me. I didn't feel entirely clean, and this one has been really good for that. Another nice thing is Good Molecules is working on getting all their componentry to be glass. But I'm so pleased and so happy that they sent this to me. This is going to be one that I'm going to be repurchasing to have on hand, sort of, with those like tried and true, less expensive ones like this, like their serums. I like to have it kind of for like that in between if I'm trying something new and then I don't want to immediately try something new after that. I'll go back to a tried and true like this, and I think it's a really good cleanser, and especially Good Molecules. They've got straightforward ingredients, and they've also just got a lot of really good affordable skincare items. Speaking of which, one of the serums that I purchased to have on hand for being in Tennessee, I purchased it before Tennessee, but this is one they actually did send me this, my first one of these, the Daily Brightening Serum. This is just such a solid serum. I've already been through, they sent it to me, and then I repurchased the hyaluronic serum, which I really like and I really enjoy, but I think I like this one better. I just noticed sort of an overall dewiness, an overall healthiness, and no overall brightening effect when I use this. My skin just feels and looks very healthy, very plump, very hydrated. It looks like I take care of myself more than I actually do. So this is my second bottle of this. I use it every night when I do my skincare routine. I also double serum. Y'all know that your girl's skincare routine is kind of like a little bit excessive. I remember when I was giving my mom some skincare products and she was like,
I don't want a skincare routine like yours.
it's like, okay, mom, not everyone needs a skincare routine like mine. I'm a little bit anal and excessive, I know. But this is a serum that I do really like to have. I'll take something more intense like my IOPE, their hyaluronic serum, and I'll do that around my eyes and around my like really intense trouble areas, and then this just gets shellacked all over the rest of my face. It's a serum that I really enjoy and highly recommend. I feel like a lot of their products are really good for sensitive skin as well. Okay, now let's talk about two things that didn't exactly blow my mind. This is me trying for the second time. I think I've talked about this once before. The Physicians Formula Eye Booster Ultrafine Liquid Eyeliner. So many of y'all, when I have said I need an eyeliner, y'all like, buy this. This shiz is amazing. And this is my second time buying it because I was like, maybe I got a bad tube. And I just don't find this as black, as opaque, as smooth, as my KVD Trooper eyeliner, which I honestly now don't need to worry about not repurchasing that because Kat Von D is no longer a part of KVD. I mean, if I can find something less expensive that's just as good, that'd be nice. And this one's only cheaper by like, I don't know, this is like $13 or $15. Physicians Formula isn't exactly the cheapest drugstore option. I'm gonna use this up. I kind of start with this and kind of like make my line, and then I have to fill it in with something else like the NYX Epic Liner or the KVD or my Tarte Maneater. One of my faves. I tried, this one just hasn't been my thing. Then something that I wouldn't recommend from the Melt Cosmetics Beetlejuice collection is the mascara. And I have been informed that this is now a new item to Melt's arsenal. And then they just like released it as like a fancy before they're making it permanent. And I am not a fan. My favorite end all be all mascara is the Urban Decay Perversion, which is what I'm using today. And this one, it's just like, okay, if you want the like super cakey, coaty, separated, like Twiggy from the 1960s lashes, then sure, this would probably be your jam. But if you want some subtly lengthened and volumized lashes, I don't think so. It's just really cakey, it's really thick. I don't find that it like disintegrates, but I also don't think that it looks the best on my lashes. I don't have a lot of lashes. My brother Luke was the one blessed with all of those voluptuousness, and this doesn't really do what I want to what I have. Very much could be a personal preference thing. This may be your end all be all favorite type of mascara. You shellac that shiz all up in your business. Just for me and what I like for my face, this just hasn't been something that I'm like, yes, I would recommend this. Like, I didn't recommend it to buy it out of the collection. And for what I like in mascaras, I wouldn't recommend to buy it just as a mascara either. All right, all y'all, there we have my monthly hits and misses for November of 2020. Let's make it through December, y'all. Let's take this. Let's make 2021 as chaotic and effed up as it might be. Let's make it our year. We're gonna take that chaos, we're gonna take that effed up, and we are going to make it our own. I would love to hear what y'all have to say about the products I talked about. I would love to hear about something you've either been loving or hating. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and as always, keep it real. Mwah!